I am just waking up on my day off. It is so sunny outside already. It's supposed to be like 70 degrees today. Came down the stairs this morning, looked to my left and saw none other than my gigantic Monstera Deliciosa looking so sad and like she desperately needs a repot. She's gotten humongous since the last time I showed her and since the last time I gave her a repot. Honestly, I want to say it was in like the tail end of 2020, maybe August. Anyways, it's been a minute. She desperately needs a repot and I feel like today is the perfect day to do it. I'm a really bad plant mom and I've kind of just been putting this off for a really long time because as you can see, she's huge and really hard for me to move around, but she just looks so sad. Is drooping, needs a bigger pot, needs some support, so that's what we're gonna do today. I'm just going to go up to the hardware store to get a new pot, maybe some potting soil with like some bark or perlite or something to add to it. I have a couple moss supports already. All the dogs are loving the sun too. Every time I see them, they're laying in a different spot catching some rays. Oh. Albert Einstein and I are here a little bit later with the guest of honor, my gigantic Monstera Deliciosa. And I think the time has come. Time to start the repot process. I am so scared, but she's sad and desperately needs it. She still loves me though, putting out a new leaf. I don't know if you can, oh, right there. But yeah, just really hope to get this guy to go more up instead of out. It's kind of taking over my mom's front room, so I would love, oh, and another new baby over on this side. I would just love to get her to go up. The pot that I picked out for her is a beautiful like teal honeycomb concrete pot, which I did not really think through when I purchased it a little bit ago, earlier today, because that sucker's going to be impossible to move. So I'm going to see if I can put her on a stool instead of on the bar that she was originally sitting on. I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and go for it. Put her in that ceramic or concrete with the. This baby is rather heavy, empty. So I think it's going to be pretty dang heavy when it's filled up. Honestly, probably going to have to call some backup in to help me put it back in the house. But yeah, I'm just hoping to transfer the plant into here and to also include some moss poles, 1 or 2 around the edges. These are the moss poles that I have. I actually used one of these in my very first Monstera. I gave her a repot a few days ago. I'll show you in a little bit. And yeah, so I have 3 moss poles total. It looks like these ones are about 2 feet tall. I think I first just need to take her out of this pot. The soil looks pretty dry because I am a horrible mother and it's always just easier to take plants out of their pots when it's pretty dry. Also, please notice this beautiful grass that my mom has in her backyard now. It just got replaced, I want to say like 2 weeks ago, so it is a very fresh. Okay, moisture meter. Let's see. This is a kind of a weird height. Oh, I like up there. Oh, dun, da, da, da. Wow, look at those roots. out on this. I think the next part of this process is going to be to prepare her new pot. Okay, so what's going on in there? A little bug tussle? I'm just gonna put a little dirt and soil in there and then pick out a moss pole to place around the edge to try to get those big branches that are tipping over into. Nice straight back, don't want to injure ourselves. I specifically got this tropical potting mix. Ooh, this stuff's nice and chunky, perfect. Lava rock. Just try to break up some of the roots and get some of that old dirt off. This guy is going to be so big. This is the moss pole that I'm going to put in there. Honestly, I think I'm going to use both of these and put them both in this pot. But I'm going to put the Monstera in first. Now I'm just going to try to position. Needs more dirt. I was just about to say this is way harder than I thought, but no. I knew that this was going to be a challenge, which is exactly why I have not done it. So I'm going to put one of these here for sure. Okay, also I'm gonna have to cut off a couple of these. Now I'm gonna just twist her off. Alright, yeah, so this is really difficult. I definitely need more soil for this. And honestly, I think I need a trellis or a pole or something that's taller than that. I actually met my mom at Fred Meyer and acquired this trellis, a few poles, and a few more bags of potting mix. These 3 things can fix this situation we got going on here. Ah! Okay, trellis going in. Okay. Motherfucker. Excuse my language. Just need to add more dirt and then I'm gonna have to start fastening the Monstera to the trellis. Yay! That's like the perfect height actually. Dumping some more soil in here. That's like nails on a chalkboard. Oh, fuck. Really rethinking every decision I've had up to this point. This is me biting off way more than I can chew. This is a full day's work trying to figure out this repotting situation. So, honestly, I don't think this pot is going to work. It is just way too fucking heavy for me to manage by myself. that little terracotta originally to put my fiddle leaf fig in because it is not happy in its pot. But maybe I could give this pot, I don't know, I kind of honestly want to return this thing. It is just not working. Alright, well, I'm going to start the process of trying to put it all into this terracotta. I'm going to put this in first. This was getting a little overwhelming, so I just decided to start trimming up the bottom of my Monstera, getting rid of all these little babies that don't have any holes. I don't really want them on here anyways, so I'm going to keep this pile as one for like propagation. This one's putting out a new little baby. I could give these away to a friend after I root them a little bit, sell them for $1. She is, as you can kind of see, in the terracotta though, so I'm just kind of working on getting her positioned. The reason I actually got this specific plant about 2 years ago was because it was the cheapest large Monstera that I had ever seen. It had some ratty leaves on it like this one that were like ripped in half, like chewed in half or something. So it only cost me $50, but because of this potting situation, like I said, the little babies that don't have fenestrations or holes or anything gotta go, and so do these little ratty guys. It's the end of an era. The graveyard. Kind of able to separate these into 4 like main bunches. 1, 2 is this guy right here. Then we got a 3rd bundle on this, and then a 4th one right here. Progress. It's taking me so long to get this onto here. When I was at Fred Meyer, I also got a 3-pack of garden stakes, so I'm going to use these guys on the rest of the branches. I'm going to try to tie each of them up with a garden stake since there's 4. The big boy in the back gets the trellis, and the other 3 get a garden stake. Third and final pull is going in. Grand reveal, here she is. It looks so much better than she did before. Pleased right now. I think she looks so good. Honestly, I'm digging the terracotta. Not what the original plan was for her repot situation, but I think the terracotta and just the super simple pot, it really accentuates what a beauty this gigantic Monstera is. Oh my god. We got that trellis in the back, and then I stuck a moss pole in there as well as those green metal gardening stakes. I'm just going to end up putting her on the floor in the same room that she was in before, because I think up on the bar she'll just be way too tall. Yay! I'm so happy. Mist the leaves with this while it's still bright out and it's still outside before I bring her in for the night. Or actually to give her good water, and I made a big old mess. It's supposed to make the leaves shiny, get rid of any dust, pests, all that good stuff. This is the next day after I had gotten her successfully moved in the house, temporarily on this little brown stool right now, but I have another stool situation in the works. I actually found a really sick one on OfferUp. So I hope that all works out. I got all of her leaves wiped off and cleaned with just water and that leaf cleaner, so they're all like super shiny. I'm just so happy with the repot situation. The table has been successfully acquired. It's perfect. It matches the rattan chair, all my little mini chairs perfectly. Please ignore that little mulch spooge on the towel. And is perfect for her. Not too tall, so she can still get a little bit taller, which I'm sure she's going to. Nice. It matches the wicker chair perfectly.